In an attempt to limit the surge in the border crossings when the pandemic-era Title 42 measure expired this past Thursday, the Biden administration has made changes in policy. On Wednesday, the amount of time asylum seekers have to find lawyers before their crucial first interviews with immigration officials has been cut. The Trump administration issued a similar policy in 2019, but that effort was later blocked by a federal court. Critics say Biden's move is the latest example of him adopting Trump-style schemes in an attempt to manage high numbers of border crossings. Biden's version of this policy, outlined in an email sent to asylum officers, gives asylum seekers only 24 hours to find and consult an attorney once they receive information on the asylum process. Before the change, migrants had at least 2 full days from their arrival at a Department of Homeland Security facility to find a lawyer. The move, according to Biden officials, will allow officers to more rapidly remove and deport migrants who do not pass their first screening, known as the credible fear interview. An email from a lead U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services official announcing the change on asylum also said that migrants who request to reschedule their initial interviews will need to demonstrate extraordinary circumstances in order not to unreasonably delay the process. The email said USCIS will continually assess whether a return to the 48-hour waiting period is appropriate. In credible fear interviews, migrants who convince an asylum officer that they have a well-founded fear of persecution in their home country get to stay in the United States and pursue their asylum case in immigration court. Migrants who can't clear that bar are deported immediately. When Trump changed the policy to 24 hours, it was one of the first changes under the leadership of then USCIS head Ken Cuccinelli, who followed Trump's continuous efforts to limit asylum at the border and deport more migrants. Urge Adu, Biden's new director of USCIS, called Trump's effort another way to limit the process. He said it would lead to more deportations. In fact, a federal court blocked the policy after advocates challenged the legality of Cuccinelli's appointment. Yet here we are. Biden is now following that same policy. Aaron Reichlin-Melnick, policy director at the American Immigration Council, said Thursday, for asylum seekers, credible fear interviews are often matters of life and death, cutting in half the time that people have to prepare for what might be the most important interview of their life raises the risk of errors even higher. While the administration has pursued deterrence-focused policies, it has also opened up more slots for asylum seekers to seek entry at ports of entries and border crossings, and will create processing centers to help migrants determine whether they have a legal path to the United States. At the same time, the Biden administration, to their credit, is allowing migrants from Honduras, Colombia, El Salvador, and Guatemala to enter the United States and apply for parole if they qualify for family reunification. And the Department of Homeland Security will continue to allow immigrants from Cuba, Nicaragua, Haiti, and Venezuela who have verified sponsors in the United States to apply to enter the country legally. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.